What if I told you that the Battle of Sekigahara was not just another clash of swords, but a turning point that forever changed the landscape of Japan? This monumental battle, fought in 1600, was a decisive confrontation between rival samurai clans that would shape the course of Japanese history for centuries to come. Imagine a battlefield filled with tension, where the fate of the nation hung in the balance. This was a time when political maneuvering and alliances were as critical as the valor displayed on the battlefield. The Battle of Sekigahara established the Tokugawa shogunate, leading to over 250 years of relative peace in Japan. But what most people don't realize is that this peace came at a tremendous cost. Samurai warriors were not merely noble fighters, they were also strategic players in a high-stakes game of politics. Many samurai switched sides during the battle, not for loyalty or honor, but for personal gain, showcasing a complex web of motivations. This reveals that samurai were not just bound by the code of honor, they were also influenced by ambition and self-interest. The battlefield itself was a spectacle of chaos. On one side stood Tokugawa Ieyasu, a master strategist with a fierce determination to unify Japan. On the other, the Western army led by Ishida Mitsunari, whose loyalty to the Toyotomi clan represented a fading era of power. As the clash began, alliances crumbled and shifted, highlighting the fragility of loyalties. What seemed like a battle of valor quickly turned into a struggle for survival, revealing the darker side of samurai culture. The Battle of Sekigahara is often romanticized in tales of honor and bravery, but the reality is far more intricate. It teaches us about the harsh realities of warfare, where personal ambition can overshadow the ideals of loyalty and honor. You might wonder, how did a single battle like this shape an entire era of Japanese history? The answer lies not just in the swords that clashed, but in the shifting tides of power and the lives forever changed by the outcomes of this fierce confrontation. In essence, Sekigahara wasn't just about winning or losing, it was about the future of Japan and the legacy of the samurai. As you delve deeper into this battle, you'll discover the hidden truths that reveal how battles fought in the name of honor were often driven by self-interest and ambition. The stage was set for a new era, but what would this mean for the samurai and the future of Japan? Did you know that the Mongol invasions of Japan in the late 13th century presented one of the greatest challenges the samurai ever faced? These invasions, led by Kublai Khan, were not just attempts to expand an empire. They were moments that tested the very fabric of Japanese resilience. Imagine fierce warriors, accustomed to the rhythm of their homeland, suddenly confronted with a foreign power that threatened their way of life. The first invasion in 1274 and the second in 1281 were monumental events that shook the foundations of samurai culture. Samurai warriors, known for their skill and honor, banded together to defend their homeland against these fierce invaders. This was not merely a battle for territory, it was a fight for survival, a defense of their culture, and a testament to their bravery. As the Mongol forces advanced, the samurai had to rally their troops, strategizing ways to repel an army that outnumbered them significantly. But there was more to this story than mere martial prowess. Typhoons, famously dubbed kamikaze or divine winds, played a crucial role in defeating the Mongol fleets. In the first invasion, the Mongol ships were caught in a storm that devastated their forces. This unexpected turn of events revealed a blend of nature's fury and human determination. The samurai's resilience in facing an overwhelming enemy, combined with a bit of luck from the weather, highlighted their unwavering spirit. What can we learn about samurai tactics from these legendary encounters? The samurai were not just brave fighters, they were cunning strategists. During the invasions, they employed guerrilla tactics, striking quickly and retreating before the enemy could organize a counterattack. This adaptability demonstrated their ability to evolve in response to dire situations, proving that samurai warfare was as much about brains as it was about brawn. These battles also laid the groundwork for a sense of national identity among the Japanese people. The shared struggle against a common enemy fostered unity and resilience, values that would resonate through the ages. The Mongol invasions were not just a test of strength, they became a defining moment in the narrative of the samurai, illustrating their commitment to defending their homeland against all odds. As you dive deeper into the history of these invasions, you'll uncover layers of strategy, bravery, and the unforeseen impact of nature that shaped not only the samurai, but the future of Japan itself. The fight against the Mongols serves as a reminder of the challenges that can define a people, revealing that the heart of samurai culture extends far beyond the battlefield. What if I told you that the Siege of Osaka marked the end of an era for the samurai? The years 1614 to 1615 were a pivotal time in Japanese history, and the siege represented the last stand of the Toyotomi clan against the powerful Tokugawa shogunates. This conflict wasn't just about swords clashing, it was a brutal test of tactics and strategy that would change the landscape of samurai warfare forever. As the siege unfolded, the Toyotomi clan fortified their defenses in Osaka Castle, which which stood as a symbol of their power. But the Tokugawa forces were relentless, eager to consolidate their control over Japan. What many people may not realize is that the siege was not just a military confrontation. It was a struggle for survival that would determine the future of the samurai class. The fierce determination of the Toyotomi to protect their legacy showcased the samurai's unwavering loyalty, even in the face of overwhelming odds. This siege was unique because it highlighted the evolution of warfare during this period. Traditional samurai tactics began to blend with more modern strategies, including the use of fortifications and siege warfare techniques. As the battle raged on, samurai on both sides demonstrated remarkable adaptability. Tactics employed by the Tokugawa forces illustrated a shift in how battles were fought. For instance, their use of artillery and coordinated assaults marked a departure from the pure dueling style that defined earlier samurai combat. The Siege of Osaka was marked by brutal clashes, where both sides experienced devastating losses. The once great Toyotomi clan was pushed to the brink, and their struggle represented not just a fight for power, but a desperate bid to maintain their honor and status. As the siege progressed, the Tokugawa forces gained the upper hand, ultimately leading to the fall of Osaka Castle. This outcome had profound implications for the samurai culture, signaling a shift towards a new order under the Tokugawa shogunate. How did this battle redefine the role of samurai in society? Following their defeat, many samurai found themselves without a purpose in a time of peace. The political landscape changed, and the samurai transitioned from warriors on the battlefield to bureaucrats in the Tokugawa regime. Siege was not just an end, but a beginning, ushering in a new era that would see the samurai adapt to a world where their traditional roles were challenged. The Siege of Osaka encapsulates the fierce spirit of the samurai and their enduring legacy. As we reflect on this significant moment in history, we uncover layers of strategy, loyalty, and transformation that shape not just the samurai, but the very essence of Japan. What if I told you that the Battle of Nagashino was one of the first battles in Japan to utilize firearms? This pivotal confrontation in 1575 between the Takeda and Tokugawa forces transformed samurai warfare forever. At a time when traditional swordsmanship defined the battlefield, this battle marked a significant turning point, showcasing how samurai adapted to new technologies and changing tactics. As the Takeda clan charged into battle, they were renowned for their cavalry and fierce combat skills. But the Tokugawa had a secret weapon, the introduction of matchlock firearms, which drastically changed the dynamics of warfare. Picture this: samurai warriors, once relying solely on their swords, now stood behind wooden barricades, firing volleys of bullets at their enemies. This shift demonstrated an evolution in strategy that was both surprising and effective. The battlefield was not just a contest of strength, but a display of ingenuity. Tokugawa's forces, under the command of Nobunaga, effectively used a technique called ashigaru, foot soldiers equipped with firearms. They trained rigorously to ensure they could fire in unison, creating a wall of bullets that the Takeda's cavalry could not easily breach. The result, a decisive victory that sent shockwaves through the samurai community. But the implications of Nagashino went beyond mere tactics. It symbolized the waning of the traditional samurai way of fighting. And you might think that samurai battles were about honor and skill, but the reality was that survival and adaptability became crucial. The use of firearms represented not just a tactical innovation, but a philosophical shift in what it meant to be a samurai. Instead of relying solely on personal honor and bravery, warriors had to embrace technology to ensure their success. This battle paved the way for the rise of the Tokugawa shogunate, establishing a new order in Japan. After Nagashino, the Tokugawa would go on to solidify their power and usher in a legitimacy known as the Edo period. But at what cost? The iconic image of the samurai, once defined by their swordsmanship, began to fade. As we examine this battle, we must ask ourselves, how did the introduction of firearms fundamentally alter the samurai's way of fighting? The lessons learned at Nagashino echoed through time, shaping the future of warfare in Japan and redefining the very essence of what it meant to be a samurai. This battle not only changed the course of history, but also opened a dialogue about the evolution of military tactics and the enduring spirit of the samurai. By the end of this video, you will have discovered that samurai battles were not just about fighting. They were profound events that shaped the very fabric of Japanese history. You've seen how the Battle of Sekigahara established the Tokugawa shogunate, leading to over 250 years of peace. This was more than just a conflict. It was a turning point that determined the political landscape of Japan for generations. He also explored the Mongol Invasions, where samurai banded together to face one of their greatest threats. This shared struggle revealed their resilience and unity, showing that when faced with overwhelming odds, they could rise to the occasion. They learned about the kamikaze, typhoons that played a critical role in their victory, illustrating that sometimes nature itself intervened to protect their homeland. Next, we delved into the Siege of Osaka, a brutal conflict that marked the end of an era for the samurai. The tactical prowess displayed during this siege highlighted their adaptability and the evolution of warfare. The Tokugawa's consolidation of power here had lasting implications for samurai culture, redefining their role in society. Finally, the Battle of Nagashino showcased how samurai were not static figures. They adapted to new technologies, integrating firearms into their arsenal. This marked a significant evolution in samurai warfare, blending traditional traditional combat with modern tactics. You discovered how this battle set the stage for the rise of new powers in Japan, transforming the nature of warfare forever. As we reflect on these iconic battles, it's essential to appreciate that samurai were not just warriors driven by honor and glory. They were multifaceted individuals whose actions were influenced by political maneuvering, social changes, and technological advancements. Their legacy is not merely about their swordsmanship, but about their ability to navigate a complex world, blending tradition with innovation. This new perspective allows you to see the samurai as pivotal figures in an ever-changing society. They faced challenges that went beyond the battlefield, grappling with their identities, cultures, and the transformations of their time. So, the next time you think of samurai battles, remember, they were not just about fighting. They were about survival, adaptability, and the relentless pursuit of honor in a world filled with change. If you enjoyed this epic journey, please subscribe to our channel for more thrilling historical tales. Don't miss out on new videos. Hit the notification bell to stay updated.